Hello everybody and welcome back to Everyday Life. We had a situation here whereby the kitchen sink was backing up, and then on the other side of the wall we have a bathroom sink that shares the same drain, so it was backing up as well. My original guess on this was that there was probably some grease buildup. Usually in a kitchen sink, especially up here, I've got a dishwasher coming in, and over a period of time, grease buildup can get into these lines. So that was my original guess. And so I started off, this is a toilet auger, and I mean, these things work wonders. I've done a lot with these things. And so I originally ran this in there. It's a 6-foot, snake. So, but apparently it wasn't enough. So I had to get something longer. So I went ahead and invested in a Milwaukee M12 drain snake. And so this video is going to be somewhat twofold. We're going to have the cleaning out of the line, and then of course I'm also going to do a review on this M12 drain snake. So anyway, let's get started. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you feed that line in there that it goes in the right direction. A lot of times, there's only one way it'll go. Mine, I just got to be concerned because it can kind of go up. So I have to make sure that it's pointed down. I already did that. And so let's get this thing going. So this one you have to feed by hand, and I'll talk about that a little bit more once we get done in my review. And I started off in the bathroom because before we had the kitchen sink back up. It actually was backing up in the bathroom first. So I started this in the bathroom, ran the snake in, and did not solve the problem. So I had to come back on this side, especially once I noticed that the sink was backing up, and came in on this side. And one thing on this that you can do, this has a little locking mechanism right here on this thing where you pull this back and it stops the line, and you can work this thing back and forth like that. And then you can start feeding again. Okay. All right, so that I'll let that get past me a little bit. As you can tell on here, I'll see if I can bring this up a little bit closer for the camera. But there's like this little bulge in the line. Once you get to that bulge in the line, then you need to stop because you don't have that much line left in here, and you don't want it coming loose. So now I'll just pull this back. And what I did notice the last time I was working this is that I got to pull it back a little ways before I put it in reverse. Otherwise, it won't spin the line. And then you have to manually pull it. And you want to make sure you don't get that thing kinked and have it wrap around your hand. That's more critical on great big machines. Okay, so we'll finish pulling this all the way in, and then we'll come back where I can go ahead and do the product review. Okay, everybody, welcome back. We finally got that snake line out of there, and I just wanted to show you, yeah, it's a messy job, so make sure you wear a glove when you're doing this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the pipes back together, and then we're going to test this out, and then I'll come back for the product, the Milwaukee drain snake product review. So we're going to go ahead and put this back together, and so you can, this is just the reverse order how it came apart. So very simple. This actually goes down this way. Go ahead and sometimes these can be a little tricky to get lined up, but once you got it, it just goes right in. There it goes. And then I can set this about where I need it, nice and straight. Get this one lined up. And the thing about these, folks, is that you don't need to, you know, crank them down with channel locks or anything. I mean, you can get these hand tight. They do have a fitting inside that, you know, once you cinch that down hand tight, they should work just fine. Now, if you ever have a problem where they'd still leak, then you might want to take a look at that fitting. Okay, so that should do it. So we're going to go ahead and test this out, see how it all works, and then I'll come back for the Milwaukee M12 drain snake product review. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the water running. I've got hot water running right now. You can also pour boiling water down into these pipes and, you know, kind of help with any residue that might be in there. But anyway, got hot water running through it. It should be good. No leaks, so that's a good sign. So here's the product review. Okay, welcome back, everybody, and it's time now for our product review. I got to admit, when I first bought this, I presumed just by looking at this, because I've used, you know, automatic feeds before, and I just presumed, I didn't read on the box, but I kind of figured, okay, you know, you push that forward or you pull it back, it'll shoot, you know, it'll be automatic feed. It was not. And I realized that when I got home and I set it up and I, you know, was pulling on this thing and nothing was happening. And then I pulled back, nothing was happening. I did a little more research, found out, yes, this is a manual feed unit. You know, $250. And, you know, I gotta say, you know, it did the job, but I am spoiled by automatic feed. So I'm still debating on this one as to whether or not I'll take it back or, you know, just keep it and deal with it. But, you know, the automatic feed unit, the M18 drain snake, does have automatic feed, and it runs about twice the price too. I mean, you know, this was $250, the other one's $450. So, you know, I don't know. I'm still debating. This thing, it's supposed to sit flat. However, when you use the 4.0 battery on it, it does not sit flat. So that is a problem. It will sit flat using the standard 2.0 that comes with the unit, but not with the 4.0. So that's kind of a pain. I adjusted for it when I was working with it. Like I said, overall it did the job. Has, I think it's 35 feet, you know, of cable in here. But it, you know, it did the job. I just, like I said, I'm spoiled by automatic feed. So, you know, who knows? We'll see. But, you know, if it's just for, you know, now and then, snaking out, you know, it's worth it. It does have power. I like Milwaukee tools anyway. So I have a lot of Milwaukee tools. And then, of course, you know, this, you know, did the job. So I can't complain in that regard. I did like the fact of having this enclosure, you know, the drum enclosed, and the fact that this doesn't spin. Some of the other units, the outside part spins. This does not. So you can actually set it against something or set it down. The only thing you got to watch out for is this right here. This will spin. So if you touch that to something, of course, it's going to, you know, rub, but not the drum itself. So I did like that feature. So once again, thank you for joining us here on Everyday Life, and everybody take care. And if you like what you see, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.